that Chinese investors are planning to buy the said company, and the moment the said company is bought, Kenyans are going to lose jobs. There will be unfair dismissal. The Chinese will determine who works in Bamburi Cement Company, and there are allegations that they are planning to bring Chinese to work in these said companies, and so many people are going to lose these jobs. As a member of parliament in Nairobi and in Kenya, protecting the interest of Kenyans, we will not allow such a move to take place, because Bamburi Cement is employing so many Kenyans who are working there and who are further supporting so many families down the tree, and we will not allow for such a move to be made by the Chinese. So we therefore tell the Chinese to keep off this transaction, not to purchase this said company, Bamburi Cement Company Limited. We are warning them not to proceed, because we want to take any measure which is humanly possible to enable them stop the purchase of the said company, because we want Kenyans to work in this company and to be paid well, and we don't want anybody to live a fearful life, a life where they'll be scared of losing jobs, losing their source of livelihood. Members of Parliament, I urge you to come and talk about this issue. Get out of your comfort zones and talk about this issue. Protect your constituents who are about to lose jobs.
Health stakeholders in Siaya County are pushing for the early diagnosis of preeclampsia to reduce maternal and newborn deaths. Preeclampsia, a hypertensive condition amongst pregnant women, affects 4% of expectant mothers in the country, and health experts say efforts should be made for its early detection. Speaking during the commemoration of this year's World Preeclampsia Day at a Sega Vocational Training Center in Siaya County, health experts say about 500,000 women die because of the condition worldwide, most of them being young mothers aged between 18 to 35.
We are working with the community health promoters. Now they are community health promoters, and they are also being given a package that they can use to educate the community. And mainly we are going community to discuss with women themselves and also men, because there is male involvement when you want to reduce maternal mortality. So for women, we are also identifying women champions, because we have women chairmans where women talk and they can talk about these issues at that level. We also want to involve the religious leaders to talk about this, because we need to make sure that we can actually say no to preventable death. So we are going to use all avenues.
One of the predisposing factors to preeclampsia is extreme of ages. People with below 20 years and above 40 years. And for us, we deal with people below 20 years around awareness creation on their reproductive health. So it's important to include preeclampsia, because we have a lot of myths and misconceptions about pressure generally in the village.
Police from Eldoret have nabbed a lorry from Kitale en route to Nairobi with KPLC materials worth millions of shillings. According to Turbo OCPD, the vandals are said to mix KPLC materials with other goods to avoid detection and are using scrap metal dealers to sell the material in the market. Police have issued a stern warning to scrap metal dealers across the country that stern action will be taken against them if found with vandalized KPLC materials.
This is one of the lorries that was moving from en route to Nairobi from Kitale via Eldoret. and our officers, together with the security team from Kenya Power, got a tip-off, and they managed to arrest this lorry that was suspected to be ferrying vandalized Kenya Power and lighting materials. And this lorry was detained, and today we have searched it, and sure enough we have found quite a number of copper materials, which the Kenya Power personnel have confirmed that it is theirs, and these people will be arraigned in court tomorrow. What I can tell the members of the public is that they should cooperate with us, with the police, with the members of security team from Kenya Power, so that we can at least eradicate the menace of vandalism in our country.
2 weeks, 2 months, we've lost to a tune of 22 transformers in this region. And actually, economically, if you look at that cumulatively, it means a lot because we have hospitals, we have schools, we have households being without power due to vandalism.
Clinical officers in Muranga, led by their Secretary General George Gibore, have said the strike will continue until their demands are met. Gibore, speaking in a Muranga meeting following a meeting with the Governor Irungu Kingata, said they had discussed the expectations of the Governor and were hopeful their demands will be met. Clinicians downed their tools at the beginning of April over what they termed as failure by the government to address 10 critical issues. This included the pending implementation of the 2017 collective bargaining agreement, the continued delay in salaries, increase in staffing levels and promotions, as well as failure to implement approved staffing arrangements for interns.
Jambo moja kuu lile ambalo hatujaelewana ni kuhusu wanagenzi wale ambaye ni interns. Kwamba tunasisitiza kwamba lazima walipwe kulingana na vyeo walivyopewa na ile Public Service Commission. La pili, hatujakubaliana juu ya wao kulipa pesa zetu zile tunaita ruzuku za Health Risk Allowance ambayo tuliongea mwaka wa 2021 tukakubaliana. So hawajaweza kutimiza. Leo hii tunawadai deni na tunasema dawa ya deni ni kulipa deni. Lingine lile ambalo hatujakubaliana ni kwamba kuna wale ambaye ni wahudumu wa afya ambao wameitwa jina ya UHC ama wahudumu wa afya kwa wote. Tunasema kwamba lazima wawekwe katika kandarasi za kudumu na walipwe malipo ambaye yamezawazishwa na wenzao ambao wako katika kandarasi za kudumu. Jambo la kuhuzunisha ni kwamba wao wanafanya kazi pamoja na wale wako katika kandarasi za kudumu, wanafanya kazi muda mmoja, yani masaa yaliyo sawa, hawana kitu ingine tofauti. Na wao wako na tajriba ama wako na training qualification kama wale wenzao. So ni maombi yetu makuu ama ni demand yetu kwamba serikali lazima ikutane na haya ndio tuweze kurudi katika kazi.
Ahead of the World Menstrual Health and Hygiene Day on Tuesday next week, stakeholders are advocating for sustainable and inclusive menstrual health and hygiene initiatives that include the involvement of men. Speaking on Thursday in a menstrual health summit in Ongata Rongai, non-governmental organizations led by Kenya Works emphasized on the need for menstrual health conversations among community members in a bid to curb stigma associated with menstruation. Statistics indicate that 58% of girls in rural areas face challenges during their menses for lack of sanitary products. The stakeholders have called on women and girls to embrace economic and environmental friendly, reusable sanitary towels as a solution to challenges associated with accessing the pads.
Initially or sometimes back in barazas, you couldn't find men talking about girl child. But it has come a time whereby we should include both men and women, even in chief's barazas.
We understand there are so many girls who lack menstrual products, and as Kenya Works, we came up with a kit known as Makini Pad Kit, which is a reusable sanitary towels. We are able to donate to vulnerable girls countrywide through partnership, through partners and donors who are able to come on board and support us. Through this, a girl is able to be secure for 12 to 18 months when it comes to their period.
All stakeholders in this space to come together to ensure that we end period poverty. A call to government to ensure that there's proper budgetary allocation, to ensure that children, not just children, but children who are school-going are able to access these products as stipulated by our Basic Education Act. Also to the CSOs who are working in the area of menstrual hygiene and health and hygiene to work together.
And that's how we wind up today's edition of K24 News Cut. For more information, do log on to our website www.k24tv.co.ke. Walter Asewe is the sign language interpreter. My name is Michelle Ngele Odhiambo. Good afternoon.